Welcome! In this video I will go over how you can use PathFinder to facilitate upbringing. Let's say you are a parent and you have trouble with your child. She is refusing to listen to you. How can this program help you with this? Let's take a look. If you go into examples, I have made a parenting example right here, these two. So let's say that the goal is to make your child eat his or her vegetables, but she is refusing. So what can we do? We should then start trying to understand the situation, how things look right now. So if we enter the first one here. Here I have tried to make an example how it could look if a child is refusing to eat his vegetables. The perspective would be my child, and his name might be Kevin. And for the question it might be something like, should I eat my vegetables or not? So we have on the outcome, no, I should not, and yes, I should. And right now, as we can see, the no side is weighing the most. So in this case, Kevin is not going to eat his vegetables because this side weighs the most. And if we take a look at the arguments, in this case, for the drawbacks, he has it tastes really bad, he thinks. And so that is why he is not eating his vegetables. It tastes really bad and it weighs a lot here, very much weight. But then me as the parent, I want him to eat his vegetables. Maybe me as the parent, I tell him, if you do not eat up your vegetables, you are not allowed to go outside and play. So I told him that, but still, he's not eating his vegetables, even though I told him. So maybe what could be the reason? And if we take a look here, we can see that this argument that I told him, you're not allowed to go outside and play, it weighs just so little compared to the bad taste. So it's obvious that he is not going to still eat his vegetables because he doesn't care about this argument that I told him. In his perspective, it has no effect. So maybe in his perspective, his thought process is that he doesn't care. He can just stay in and play video games instead. He doesn't care about not going outside. He is fine with staying inside and play video games instead. So the argument has no effect. So this is the situation right now, how it looks. And so now we can start thinking, how can we change this? How can we make the yes side weigh the most instead? How can we make the scale tip so this side weighs the most instead? And there is a few options you can do. You can try to minimize the drawbacks so these arguments are not so heavy anymore, or you can try to maximize the benefits. So an example you could do to minimize, maybe we could try to make the vegetable not taste so bad anymore, and so making this this weight here, it's not terrible taste anymore, so it's kinda like that or something. So we are close now, but we still might need some arguments for why he even should bother with trying to eat the vegetables. So we should try and think in Kevin's perspective. What does he value? What is he interested in? What would he benefit from eating the vegetables? So if we go back to the previous and we enter this one instead. And here I have tried to come up with some examples that Kevin might care about. And now suddenly we can see that it's overwhelming here, that the yes side is weighing the most. So in this case he will definitely eat his vegetables. Even though the taste is really bad and has a lot of weight, he doesn't care. Even though it tastes really bad, he still goes ahead and eats it because the benefits are so huge. So what is the arguments here then? These are just examples, but maybe he cares about sickness and I can tell him that. I can tell him that you will be more healthy if you eat your vegetables. You will not get as much sickness. So more health here. I could also try and tell him that you will become stronger and you might become a better football player if you eat your vegetables. And maybe he cares a lot about becoming a better football player. So that is the argument he cares about. I could also try and tell him that mom and dad would be really happy if he ate his vegetables. Almost every child wants to make his mom and dad proud and happy. But then you as the parents should also show this and actually be happy when your child is eating up his or her vegetables. If you do not show that you are happy, then this argument might not have any weight and effect. So it might not have any weight if you're not showing it. But if you show a lot of enthusiasm, for example, then the argument might have a lot of weight, depending on if the child cares about it or not. And in this case, maybe the strongest argument of them all that I can tell him is that he will become stronger so he can defend himself against the bullies at school. Maybe he's getting bullied and he doesn't want that, so you can tell him you will become stronger and you can defend yourself against the bullies. And also, as always, if you need some help, I highly recommend to use the AI button here. If you need help with arguments or help with options, to-do list, a step-by-step guide maybe. But in this case I want help with achieve the desired outcome, so I press that. And here you can put in some information if you want, but you don't have to. I will not go over this in detail, I will just quickly show. So which side did I want to weigh the most? And in this case it was the right side I wanted to weigh the most, so I have that on the desired outcome. I usually like to press the creative arguments. I get some good result with that. If you press this AI text to clipboard, you will get a text to your clipboard that you can paste to any large language model, for example ChatGPT. So if we press this, it will open the page for us. And if you don't have an account, you can just make one for free. And then you just press Ctrl V to paste the text and press enter. And the AI will start to generate a response, how we can make the yes side weigh the most. So it will give us, in this case, suggestions on strengthening existing arguments. It will give us additional arguments for the desired outcome. And finally, how we can minimize the existing arguments' weights for the undesired outcome. So, for example, we can take a look at what would be some arguments for the yes side, and the AI comes up with this. Eating vegetables makes me stronger and healthier. When I eat my vegetables, I have more energy to play, run, and have fun with my friends. It's a superpower that helps me do all the things I love. So maybe you like this argument, you can copy it, go back here, and put this argument down. Bam. Maybe that's something that he cares about or not. You can put weight on it, how much or how little. That's important. So there you have it. That is how you can change someone's choice by thinking in their perspective and making benefits that they care about. So if you are interested in buying the program, it is available for download at payhip.com/PathFinder shop, and I will put a download link in the description below. But anyway, on this webpage you have two options here, one free version and one paid. And on the free version it doesn't have all the features, but if you want to try it out for a bit, you can do so right there. Anyway, on the paid one, you just press this and you press the buy now button, and you will be able to download it and install it. You can also check out my other web page if you want. Here I have some more information about the program, so you can read up a little bit more if you like. I'll leave a link for this in the description as well. If you have any questions, you can always mail me or just comment down below, and I will try and answer as best as I can. I will also do more videos on this in the future, so if you want to see those, you can subscribe. And if you like the video, leave a happy thumbs up. Thank you for watching.